Ever thought about seeing Rambo and the Terminator in a movie together? What that would be like? Here we are tonight at Brendan Theaters watching Escape Plan, starring Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then you've got Sam Neill and Jim Caviezel. That's a pretty compact of big characters there in this movie. This movie is exactly not what you think it is. Zero expectations. I saw like one preview for it and I'm like, it might be fun to watch. Get in here. It wastes no time getting you into the story. It literally is go, go, go. We go back to explain it. It's almost kind of like you're watching a Sherlock Holmes, but with all the bloody violence that Sherlock Holmes really wouldn't waste his time with because he's more smart than that. It's a very engrossing storyline. Some would say it's been done to death, but what they've done to death, they've presented it in a whole new way, which is nice. You like the characters, you want to know what's happening, you're on the edge of your seat. It is just an awesome thrill ride. I found myself laughing a few times at some of the jokes. It was just a great movie. There were a couple little parts that are a little slow, but that comes with most any movie, so you can easily look past that, no big deal. The payoff though for this movie is the final moments with Sylvester, Schwarzenegger. That's all I can say. Total man orgasm right there. All in all, I give this movie a solid 8, straight across the board. It's got it all. Action, comedy, you name it, it's there. A couple plot twists, some you see coming, some you don't. Go check it out. Go with your friends. Questionable date movie even. And for kicks, take your mom to see it. That should be fun. And to see what our guests had to say, let's cut to that. My man, did you like this movie?
I did. Yeah, a lot of fun.
I love this movie. It was a good, fun ride. It wasn't family friendly, but it was a good ride.
I love this movie, Jeff.
Yeah, a little better than I expected. I thought it was gonna be like some average movie similar to how A Good Day to Die Hard was. But what I instead found was a movie that was more based off the old 80s action films with a much more better written story than I thought it was gonna be.
So what do you feel about the storyline of this movie, the meat and potatoes of it?
I feel it was written really well. You can only guess part of it. You don't know what's going to happen. You want to know what's going to happen. You're kind of locked at the edge of your seat, which is good. You go into it thinking it's just going to be a cheesy action flick, but it's really well written.
I like the story. I enjoyed the twists and the turns and the not knowing and then finding out. I love those movies where you're surprised. I love surprises in movies. They are my favorite.
You know, I think it was really well done. I was not expecting hardly much of anything. Like I think, oh, Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, Escape Plan. Yeah. Okay, about a movie where they go and, oh, they're locked up and they're going to try to get out of prison. Yay. People are going to get beat up. They're going to say some witty one-liners, which they did, and that was it. But actually, it was actually quite a bit better than that. They made them smart and, you know, with little twists and that kind of thing and how they explain certain stuff. It actually was really well done, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Plus, yeah.
A little predictable, but not boring to watch. It kept me in tune, kept me curious. Who's gonna die? Who's gonna live? Are they both gonna die? Are they both gonna live? One of them gonna die? But I should have known better as to what it is. But that's for the viewers to decide, to know what to expect when they see it.
Probably the big tough question here. Who do you like better, Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone?
The funny thing is, overall, I'm a Schwarzenegger fan. And in this movie, I'm still a Schwarzenegger fan. He was fantastic. They both did a fantastic job, but Schwarzenegger just had that edge. His character was perfect.
Arnold took the cake in this one because he was just so funny. He had the witty lines and everything that made the laughing scenes.
See, I'm more of an Arnold fan. And I like Sylvester Stallone in this because he's really smart and all the cool stuff, but I mean, come on, the little one-liners that Arnold had, he was just being like goofy. He takes the show. I mean, just, and I don't know, I have to go with Arnold.
Well, if I were to choose one, I'd probably take Arnold.
Arnold.
That's like saying talent, popularity. Stallone being talent because he's an Oscar-nominated actor. Schwarzenegger, he is the Terminator. I would have to say Schwarzenegger because he has just enough talent.
Took it all. Arnold Schwarzenegger took it all.
Stallone, you're talented, you're an Oscar-nominated actor, but Schwarzenegger's the Terminator. I mean, come on.
So your rating system, 1 to 10, what do you give this bad boy?
I give this movie an 8. It has that cheesy 80s action flick where they're not taking themselves too seriously, but because it has an awesome script and it's well written, that it just pairs together to an extremely entertaining movie. Extremely entertaining.
I would give this a 9. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie to go watch. I was on the edge of my seat, so if I'm on the edge of my seat, it's a 9 for me.
Okay, on the critic level, I'm gonna say like 6, but on like enjoyment level, it's like a 9. So I'm gonna start like right in the middle, like 7.5, 8. I would definitely go see it. It's one of those go see in the theaters because the big screen.
I would probably give it an 8.
7.5. For you Schwarzenegger Stallone fans, you'll love this movie. Go watch it.
Next week, we're going to be doing Bad Grandpa. Should be a lot of fun. Go on ahead, give us some comments down below, rate this, subscribe to the channel, favorite it, share it. And as always, we're going to let you know before you go. And we will see you next week at the movies.